What's up, guys? This is Boom Boom Tisk. A whole lot of construction going on around here, but there is also construction going on with our 1986 Cressida wagon. So what we're doing today is replacing that dented up passenger side fender, and we're just gonna hope that everything goes really smoothly, as it should, because it always does, right? But anyways, we're gonna get right to it. Let's go. And then this right here, this is the old fender that we're going to be replacing. So you can see it's got a pretty big non-repairable dent in there. But hopefully the silver on the new fender matches up pretty well with the door and all that. It's not going to be perfect because the door itself actually has a little bit of damage in it. You can take a look, you can see it. But I think just getting rid of this right here really ought to clean it up a little bit. So we're gonna get started. The new fender without the dent there. I'm just cleaning it up right now. Getting ready to put it on the car. Yep. So we have these top bolts over here, counting about 4 or 5. I'm gonna start by getting these ones down here, removing those first. And then I'm going to go under it, removing that section from the front lip, and then just kind of get all the liner out. Might be easier just to pull the wheel off too, but there's going to be some down here as well. And then when we open the door, that'll be the one like right up here. And then I'll probably do these top ones last, just so I'm not fighting it the whole way. Alright folks, as you can see, I got the front wheel off. I just went in here and started removing all the screws that were holding the fender liner in. Also removed that one. And this little chrome piece right here, this will probably have to be bent out just a little bit to get the new fender to fit, because that got pushed in when the dent happened. Looking under here now too. I'm gonna have to pull all that out so just to get this fender free. We got the bumper free. Pulled out the 2 bolts back here. But as you can see, there is one. We have one little bolt back there hiding. I'm gonna try to sneak in there with maybe some sort of ratcheting wrench or smaller socket, or shorter socket, and get that one out. We also got the 3 little screws out of the corner light to pop it out and free it, which gives us access to these bolts back here now. Okay, so bumper loose, front of the fender loose. We're gonna work on getting this side over here loose. And shouldn't be too bad. Not bad for 34 years of dirt stuck behind that plastic liner there. But yeah, we got some movement now here. Got these bolts out from the bottom. See some bolts in the door, so we'll open up the door here and get those 2. Alright, so I just went ahead and pulled out all the screws, all the bolts in the fender liner, and it seems to have freed it up quite a bit. So now we are going to start on the top here. I've pulled all these bolts out here from the top of the fender. This right here looks like some sort of a sensor for the hood. You're going to want to pay attention to this because it's got this little tab right here that goes over the fender, so if you're going to try to yank it out, you'll probably break that. So let's go ahead and remove that 10mm bolt that just sits down there. Got the old one, and we got the new one. So far, they look pretty much on the same as far as the paint goes. We'll see what it looks like when it's actually on the car. It'll probably need to be buffed out a little bit just because this one's been sitting outside for a while. I'm also probably going to pull all the trim off of this one just to keep handy, and I don't know, maybe even just save the whole fender itself. We got the fender on the car with minimal collateral, but it's gonna take some getting used to see it on there like this. It's missing this stripe right here though onto the new fender, and the paint's not as great as the original one that was on here, but I'm hoping that it'll just buff out and you won't even know that it was replaced. I got bumper bolts and everything under here except for the front lip itself tightened down. And looking at the gap between the door, it's looking pretty even. Also at the bottom too, fender isn't sticking out too much. But like I mentioned earlier, the door is slightly dented as well, so that may play as far as how this fender fits. If you're like all the way out here, that doesn't look bad, does it? So I'll just go ahead and tighten these down, see if I can bring in this fender a little bit more here at the top. And yeah, that should be it. Pretty much it. The real test when you finish working on a project. How many leftover bolts and screws do you have? Oh. Looks like we got one right here. I ain't tripping. What's up, folks? So we've pretty much finished everything we set out to do today. We got the new passenger side fender on, looking nice, looking all lined up. Next thing to do from here really will be just to clean it up, maybe buff it out, try to see if we can save some of the paint on there. But besides that, that's pretty much it. So I'm pretty stoked. It looks way better. But yeah, so that's progress. That's a success. So we're gonna call that a day. Stay tuned. Have a good one. Peace out.